We have tonight some highlights coming in featuring some key organizers of the Jaipur Literature Festival 2019 and renowned actress Manisha Koirala, who spoke exclusively on her new book Healed, recounting her battle with cancer and much more. Let's take a look.
My name is Suraj Dhingra. I'm the festival producer of the JLF North America. This is the third time we are coming to North America. The third time we're coming to New York, and actually the fifth time in Boulder. We started JLF in North America in Boulder, Colorado about 5 years ago, and this is going to be the third year in New York. First year we opened in MoMA, and last 2 years we've been doing in partnership with Asia Society here itself. It's a fantastic venue, and the audience is just lovely. It has been received very well, and we're looking forward for the years to come as well. Thank you.
I believe that it is important for the world to know the tales of India, the stories of India, the stories of the people of India, and Jaipur Literature Festival brings these stories together. And it is being brought to a foreign audience, it is being brought to the Indian diaspora, which is an important part of the American life and society. I am so happy that we could partner with the Asia Society and bring to you this amazing festival of literature with very, very amazing and absolutely incredible speakers.
What has Jaipur Literature Festival brought in for these writers that sit as panelists every year? And also, when we're looking at the festival itself, what do you think it brings for the participants? You know, you have almost a whole room full of individuals so curious about these panelists. Your take on that?
For me, I mean, both William and I program in our different ways. William Dalrymple, my co-director. And I think one of the successful things about the festival is we bring very different perspectives and interests, and it comes together as the whole being larger than what both of us really contribute. But I love arguments. I love fights, and I love to get people on the stage to say what they want, but say it in a civil way and in a way that keeps the dignity of the other person, and thrash it out, argue it out, reach a consensus then between what you agree and disagree with. I mean, that has been one of the things about this festival, that people have not been afraid to say what they want to say, because we've always had a free stage, spontaneous, democratic.
It is a array of programming, everything from food to politics to gender to anarchy, which shows the history of the first corporation, which is the East India Company. For those of you who are not here, you can catch the sessions online. Have a wonderful week ahead. And GLF really makes an effort to take India to the world and brings the world to India.
My mother left me at my grandmother's place, and I have narrated that in the book. As I remembered, a 3-year-old, how I, 3 or maybe 8-year-old, how I took that. Because as a child, I really couldn't comprehend, I really couldn't understand anything. Neither my parents could make me understand. And so I remember just standing at the door, watching my mom walking away from me and hoping for her to turn back, and she didn't turn back, and she kept on walking away. So I've narrated that incident, and that has kind of impacted, I think, all my life.
And you know, while I hold this book, Manisha ji, I have to ask you, you addressed an auditorium full of people discussing probably the most vulnerable moments of your cancer journey. And of course, a lot of the documentation of that is in here, but also getting your doctors and your family in the same room. I know you often say that cancer has given you a new life. You know, some people say this is Manisha Koirala 2.0 as a version going on. When did you realize that this was giving you that second life?
You know, cancer is a funny thing because it kind of compels you to think about the end of life, your death. And for a long period of time during the treatment, but I was uncertain when I was not sure whether I was going to live or not. And I thought, okay, so my mind was like, so this is it? Yeah. You know, this is all there is? I mean, my end is now?
Yeah.
And so what it did was I started thinking, what did I do with my life? What have I done? So I started doing introspection. I started looking back, and I started thinking, oh my God, I had all these years, and how did I live? Was I really proud of the way I had lived? Was I now, I'm ready to say, okay, I did my best and I'm going.
Right.
But, you know, there was a hollow sense of incompleteness, hollow sense of not doing the right things at the right time. And that engulfed me. A lot of regrets.
Yeah.
Not valuing my health, not valuing my living hours on this planet. So many things engulfed me that time. And I was thinking, okay, let me imagine what different I will do if I get a second chance to life.
What do you think is the role of, you know, personalities such as yourself in sort of pushing forward that word of cancer, especially, you know, when we're talking about the South Asian community, it's a taboo, it's something that's fearful, but we are at such high risk as South Asians of having cancer and other diseases. Your take on, you know, personalities such as yourself to really tell your stories, that aspect.
Okay, there are a couple of pointers in your question I would like to address. One is, say, celebrities are human beings at the end of the day.
Correct.
And no matter how much you put me in a pedestal, when I go back home, I'm the same clumsy, you know, I may be diva in front of camera, but I am just a normal person who has the flaws and pluses and minuses and as vulnerable and as this thing as anybody else. So expecting too much from them probably is not being fair to them.
Right.
I feel. But at the same time, I think being a public persona, whether you're a politician or an actor or a celebrity of different kinds, maybe cricketer or sports person or somebody, I feel because we idolize them, we watch them, we hear them and we see them, I think there should be some sense of responsibility of giving back.
Definitely.
And being an example.
Yes.
But then at the end of the day, they are also human beings. So pardon if somebody doesn't believe in doing that, you know.
Right.
Just understand that they're humans.